HTML events are things that happen to HTML elements. When JavaScript is used in HTML pages, JavaScript can react on these events. An HTML event can be something that the browser does or something that a user does. Here are some examples of HTML events. An HTML web page has finished loading. An HTML input field was changed. An HTML button was clicked. Often, when events happen, you may want to do something. JavaScript lets you execute code when events are detected. HTML allows event handler attributes with JavaScript code to be added to HTML elements. HTML allows event handler attributes with JavaScript code to be added to HTML elements. You can use single quotes and you can use double quotes. In the following example, an onClick attribute, which is an event handler attribute. So in this example, an onClick attribute is added to the button element. So when you click on this button, okay, so what we are doing is we are setting the content of the elements whose ID is demo to be the date. Okay, so in the example above, the JavaScript code changes the content of the elements with ID equals demo. This date is an inbuilt JavaScript function that returns the current date. JavaScript code is often several lines long. It is more common to see event attributes calling functions. Okay, so in this instance, we have the onClick attribute that is calling this displayDate function. And this function was created using internal scripting. So, and this should be placed, it should be placed just before the closing body tag. So the content of this function is document.getElements by ID. Okay, so this is finding the HTML elements that has the ID of demo, and then it is setting its content to the current date. There are lots of JavaScript events. Some of them are on change, on click, on mouse over, on mouse out, on key down, on load. Most times, these names are self-explanatory. On change is called when an HTML element has been changed. On click is called when the user clicks an HTML element. On mouse over is called when the user moves the mouse over an HTML element. On mouse out is called when the user moves the mouse away from an HTML element. On key down is called when the user pushes a keyboard key. On load is called when the browser has finished loading the page.